everyone, and welcome to Retrobot, coming to you live from beautiful and sunny Cobra Island. It doesn't look much like an island, but wait a minute. We do have a palm tree back here. So there's a palm tree, and I do have these things in very patriotic colors, and I've got my tropical drink, which is very, very important, and I've got, let's see, what else? Snakes! I've got snakes! Who told me that there were so many snakes? Oh yeah, Cobra Island. So, yeah, we've got snakes, and we've also got, well, we've got He-Man plummeting to his death from high on the shelves. So it sounds a bit tinny, huh? A little bit tinny. Let's go in and adjust settings. We'll adjust sound settings. So, I've got... Oh, well, I understand why.
Okay, how about that? I bet that's it. Because, it's going to take you about 20 seconds. So, you know what? She doesn't even know. So, we've also got... the Baroness. We've got G.I.Joe Classified Series Baroness. And I know, believe me, I know what this figure means, because we have been trying to get this figure for months. And amazingly enough, after all of the pre-ordering stuff failed miserably, and all of trying to order from other online retailers and stuff like that, and a couple friends got these for us for my birthday. I don't know how they got them, and I don't even want to know what they might have ended up paying. But we have two. And selfishly, we want to keep one, but we're going to show that to you. But that's the see, that's where things get really cool, because since we have two, this one unopened is going to go to one lucky viewer. One of you is going to get the Baroness with her motorcycle and her metal snake, and she's got like a golden gun here. Look at that. She's got a golden gun. She had to steal that from Destro. She absolutely had to steal that from Destro. In fact, I'm guessing that she stole it from Pimp Daddy Destro, because he absolutely has a golden gun. You know he has a golden... In fact, he probably has a golden holster in his golden cod piece to match the golden gun that goes with Pimp Daddy Destro. So, that's I like how they call him Profit Director Destro. So, that's PD Pimp Daddy. They see, it's a little wink and a nod, so like a wink and a nod, and, you know, it's Pimp Daddy Destro. So yes. So we're going to be talking about Baroness, and we're also going to be showing, we're going to be talking about a little bit of the history of Baroness. Now, there have been a lot of Baroness toys. And so we're not going to try and go through the whole history of the Baroness, because maybe someday, but not tonight. But we do have a few that we're going to talk about. We've got a couple movie Baroness-i and some 25th anniversary Baroness-i. I've decided that the plural of Baroness, the plural of Baroness is Baroness-i. You just add an I to Baroness, and that makes it plural. What is a flock of Baronesses called? Baroness. A mother. You know what? It's called a mother. And if you have a flock of Baronesses, that swoops down and starts pecking your eyes out. That's called a mother... you know what? Never mind what it's called. Never mind. But nonetheless, we have some Baroness Sai, and we also have... Now, granted, we didn't talk about this a lot during the announcement, because honestly, I feel like the shooting star, the shining star of this whole thing is the Baroness. But we're also going to be talking about Roadblock, because we have G.I.Joe Classified Series Roadblock in all of his glory. So yeah, we've got Roadblock and we've got other things. So let's just get some things out of the way right at the beginning. I went online. Yeah, I know, it's scary. I'm not very good at online. I'm just gonna throw that out to everyone right now. I don't understand the internet. I don't. It's true. It is true. I don't really do social networking well. I get help from Monica with that stuff, because I don't understand it and I don't really do it well. And so it was very uncomfortable for me to reach out on Reddit and on like yojo.com and histank.com to announce this giveaway. And I don't want to invade other people's forums and stuff like that. But at the same time, I also know how hard it has been to find these things in the wild. And I thought, you know what, if we're going to give one of these away, people need to know about it and need to get a chance to get in on the Baroness action. That really sounds bad. Nonetheless, so...
Phrasing! Oh! Huh?
Yeah, that's definitely phrasing. Nonetheless, I thought, you know what, if we're giving away a Baroness, then people should know about it. And so I apologize if I kind of invaded your forum, your website, your community, but I hope that you feel like it was worth it for the chance to get a Baroness. And as a special thank you to everyone who has shown up, and also all of the many people who have been showing up all along and supporting us and joining us for these live streams and joining us on chat, then I want to say a big thank you. So in addition to giving away the Baroness, we are also going to be giving away a couple of other items that will, shall we stay classified. What I mean is that you don't know what they are. That's what I mean by that. You don't know what they are yet. But we will talk about that later in the series. Now, here's some things that I want everybody to understand, and I'm going to greet everybody in just a second, but I want everybody to know how this is going to work early on. And we'll try and let other people know what's going to happen throughout the thing. So, the way that we're doing the giveaway... By the way, did I mention that we're giving... Okay, yes, I did. The way that we're doing this is we're going to be using the chat for people to enter the contest. And so we're going to have a secret word that about, midway through, probably around, I don't know, later on in the live stream. When it feels around halfway through, which it's hard to tell what halfway is because I don't know how long we'll be talking. But nonetheless, at the sort of pseudo halfway point, we are going to ask everyone to type a secret word into chat. And then at that point, everybody just types in the secret word. You don't have to type it many times. And my lovely and talented assistant and also wife is going to go through, and for every person that types the secret word into chat, she is going to put their names into bubble capsules. So bubble capsules like these, except not necessarily with eyeballs in them. But yeah, their names will go into bubble capsules, and then we will put the bubble capsules into the Twilight Sparkle bubble machine and randomly select our first winner for the Baroness, and then we'll pull out 2 more names for the other items that we are giving away. And so we have asked that people subscribe because we are a tiny channel right now, and we are trying like the Dickens. See, that was a good way of saying it. Yeah, you can say the Dickens, because we're of course referring to Charles Dickens, the author. Yeah, go Charles Dickens! Whoa, woo! I'm not really that well read, but Charles Dickens is good. So we have been trying like the Dickens to get that all-important 1,000 subscribers so that we could have like little banner ads. And just so that you know, I never add like ads to the front of the screen, and I'm gonna make sure that I try and go through and not have the ones that interrupt the video, because I hate that. I just hate that. I don't mind the skippable ones at the beginning, and I don't mind the ones at the end at all, because I very oftentimes don't even watch those. So those ones don't bother me at all, but I'm done with interrupting TV shows for advertising. I grew up in the 80s, and that's what we had, and then we got VCRs and then DVRs, and we were able to skip past that stuff. So why do I want to bring that into my YouTube channel? I do not. So, and at some point I have to go through and make sure that on my other channel I've gotten rid of those, although most of those videos are too short for ads, so it's probably not a big problem on there. So, nonetheless, that's how it's going to work. So, please, if you need to test your chat, do it now. Make sure that it's working, because we want you to be able to get your chance to win this and if not this, something else. So that's, and I'll let people know again later on that that's what we're doing. But yes, so feel free to let people know. So that being said, let's start. A toast to all the people that have shown up here. We've got Ty Guy, who showed up early. Thank you. There's a snake. It's not a real snake. It's a plastic snake. It wants to bite my face, but it's a plastic snake. So, we've got Ty Guy. Toast to Ty Guy. A toast to Kyoji. Kyoji, thank you. I don't feel like I could do a live stream without you. Michael Spicer, thank you for joining us. Mason Fur, a toast to all of you. Wait, here. And then another. And then another. I said like 3 people's names. Every person gets their own toast. So it's not that I'm a lush. We've got the Fine Rev. Thank you for showing up, and that seems like a new name, so thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoy the live stream. We've got Brickwoad, a very special toast to Brickwoad. I hope that you are wearing yellow tonight, Brick, so that we can all follow you. You see what I did there? It's follow the yellow brick. Anyway. Hope! Thank you, Hope, for joining me on this live stream. I would love it if you won the Baroness, because that would be awesome. Pozu, I believe that's another new member. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoy this. I hope it's a lot of fun for you. A toast to Poe. Nathan Fillion, the epic, the all supportive and all understanding, and poor Nathan, you're living without me for this week, so thank you. I know you're missing me. A toast to Nathan. Paul Dana, another new name. Paul, thank you for showing up at the live stream. I hope you have a great time. And please, this is a great group of people. So, say stuff, and it's going to be fun. Casual Toy Collector, thank you for coming. I think that we've had Casual Toy Collector. No? Okay, so Casual Toy Collector, thank you for joining us. P-Dog, I don't even know you, but I'm gonna say P-Dog, because your name is P-Dog, yeah. And Alex, Alex Hydra. So, hail Alex Hydra. Yes, I just did that. Hail Alex Hydra. I am on. Ooh, wait. Would Hydra and Cobra be friends or enemies? That's a good question. I mean, technically speaking, G.I. Joe was a Marvel comic for a long time, and Hydra. I would have thought that their paths would have crossed at least once. They would have probably started out with some kind of team up where they both planned on betraying the other, and then in the end, of course, curse your sudden and inevitable betrayal. Oh wow, I can't speak. Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal, and then things get bad, and yeah, that. Oh yeah, we need to mash up the Hydra logo and the Cobra logo. That absolutely should happen. So, the Cobra logo is one of the best logos ever. And I'm just going to say that I've got a little bit of a background in graphic design, and I can tell you the Cobra logo is just absolutely iconic and amazing, and it's very adaptable. The Cobra Decepticon logo works. I could see a Cobra Hydra logo. You can do a lot with the Cobra logo. So, and it's so recognizable, simple. It's that is good design. And I don't know, it's probably some Marvel guy who came up with the logos, and I don't know who it was, but nonetheless, that is good graphic design. Obviously, the Cobra does have much better graphic designers and better marketing than the U.S. government and G.I. Joe. Because G.I. Joe has that eagle head and star logo, but you never saw it during the opening credits. At least it wasn't prominently displayed. And so you always thought that G.I. Joe's logo was the logo for the toy that said G.I. Joe on it. And I remember it wasn't even really until I saw the movie, the first live-action movie, which was, But nonetheless, at the end, they have the credits rolling with close-ups of the Eagle Star logo, and I was like, wait a minute, what? Oh yeah, isn't that on their vehicles? Don't they usually have that on their vehicles somewhere? Why do they have that? What's that for? And Brick was like, that's G.I. Joe's logo. And I said, no, it's not. G.I. Joe's logo is the word G.I. Joe and 3 stripes and a star. And Brick was like, no, you're wrong. So, and Brick, you can correct, I'm sure that I got that story wrong, but you can correct me in the chat. Ty Guy wants to know what I'm drinking. I am drinking a Cobra a Peach Rattler. I am drinking a Peach Rattler, which is that's good. That's good. Which is a combination of pineapple juice, peaches, and booze, and a plastic snake. The plastic snake is important. So yes, we'll just put the plastic snake here. There we go. We got the plastic snake. And, Joy is here! Hey, a toast to Joy! Thank you for joining us, Joy. Cobra Rita. Cobra Rita. Yes, the next one can be a Cobra Rita. This one is a Peach Rattler. So So let's get this show on the road. Let's start talking about some of these fantastic toys. And I'm just going to start off. Let's go back to 2008. We're going to go back to 2008, and we've got the okay, I'm going to have to move like Strangled in Vines Roadblock out of the way, and we're also going to have to move the Roadblock. I guess that would be Road Rock, or Rock Block. This is Rock Block, and then we've got the Baroness Battle Set. This is also 2000. 2008 was a good year for G.I. Joe in a lot of ways. And of course, we'll get original Roadblock and move him out of the way, because we're talking about the Baroness right now. So, yeah, there we go. We got these guys. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the 25th anniversary. No, yes, 2008 25th anniversary collector's 5-pack Baroness version 12. And that is this Baroness right here. And you see her with Generations. This was the Ravage that came with Transformers Generations Hound. And it was called Classics back then, Transformers Classics Hound, and then it came with this Ravage, and we've got the Baroness holding Ravage by a chain, just because that was that cool statue that was supposed to come out that never did, like so many other things that are cool in G.I. Joe that are supposed to come out and then they don't. She's got, okay, now this. We got this chain. This chain thing. Did that come with her? No. That's Storm Shadow. So the Baroness managed to get this off of Storm Shadow. I don't know how that would have happened, but this is a gorgeous figure, and she kind of looks a little bit like Spider-Woman. I feel like she's got a definite Spider-Woman vibe going on here. Beautiful sculpt. She's got her, is that an M16? Is that, what? No, what is that? I'm sorry, I don't know my guns. Oh, you don't know either? Okay. So, she's got her assault rifle, which somebody's going to tell me what it is. Dawn, you know what it is. In fact, Don is commenting, I am sure that that conversation that he thinks he had with me was the booze talking, or I was just messing with him, but I think I would remember doing that. Probably involving a couple of Cobritas. So, okay, Don is claiming that he did not correct me on that. So, anyway, so we've got 25th anniversary Cobra Collector's 5-pack Baroness version 12, and the sculpting on this figure is really impressive. This is one of the things that they've done so well with the more modern lines. They've got some excellent sculpting on these figures. So much detail. Look at how much fine detail they did on the detail painting, on the emblem on her chest, and then you also have an extremely well articulated figure. So let's go ahead and put these down. And so we've got back then there weren't a lot of nice face sculpts on lady figures, and you can certainly see that they actually did a really nice job on her face. I'm going to see if I can get this a little bit more in focus. I'm pretty close to the camera right now. No, that's the wrong direction. There we go. Oh, look at that. I mean, she's sporting her Harry Potter glasses. That's great. Who knew that she was a Harry Potter fan? But I can see it. That's an AK. So the Fine Rev says that this is an AK. Thank you, Fine Rev. Because I don't know my guns. I'm sorry, I've been playing with too many Transformers toys, and all of their guns are fiction. But yeah, look at how well they sculpted that. Look at the detail on the hair. You know, like she's got a well-defined part on her hair. Of course, I love the Cobra Emblem. That's fantastic. I have to say, I've never wanted to be a Cobra Emblem so much in my life. Because, well, I mean, this is a sexy figure. You know, she's got some badonkadonk in the back there. You know that the guy who sculpted this was a guy, and he is lonely. He's a lonely sculptor. Either that or he's married to a supermodel, and he did it in her honor. But nonetheless, really, really beautiful figure. Look at the detail on the belt. She's got such nice, everything about her is just nice. This is a fantastic figure. If you had only one Baroness in your collection and it was this one, then you would be a very happy person, because this is a fantastic figure. And of course we have Ravage, but we're not here to talk about Ravage, so I'm gonna set Ravage aside and set Storm Shadow's weapons aside. And so we've got that happening in 2008, but that's not the only thing that we had happening with the Baroness in 2008. We also had the live-action G.I. Joe movie, which, or wait, no, that was 2009. What we also had was the Baroness mass device, the Baroness DVD battle set with the mass device, and that is this one. And so here, let's set this Baroness aside for a moment. And this is so cool. I have to say, this is a gem. It is so rare to get a figure that is so specifically engineered for a situation and so well done. So she's got her diving suit here, and she's got the goggles. I love the goggles. Look at that. And I think that the goggles are able to come off, but I don't want to take them off because I'll lose them forever. But she's got her glasses on underneath. So, you know, they've got the head sculpt with the paint detail on the face, and they've still got these goggles on, and then she's got her very compact 80s technology that sniffs out the heavy water necessary for the mass device, and then it even came with a container of the heavy water for the mass device. I don't know how many people remember the mass device episode, the miniseries, but that was actually the pilot miniseries that had the mass device, and so this is where G.I. Joe as a cartoon really established itself as somewhere in between a military show, military action adventure, war, and sci-fi. And that was a very strange place to be. I don't think that any other property really fell into that niche, I don't know. But whatever the case, niche, I'm not comfortable saying the word niche. I'm just going to say that. I'm not comfortable with it. I've always heard it as niche, and I know that I'm wrong, but I want to say niche. I know it's wrong, but I want to say it. So, anyway, niche. So, G.I. Joe established itself as somewhere in between military and sci-fi, a little bit of both, and somehow it worked until it didn't. And we can probably get into that as we continue talking about these figures, but yeah, it came with pieces of the mass device, and one of the things that it came with is the heavy water because that was one of the 3 catalytic elements necessary to run the mass device. And then then another one was like some kind of crystals, so like volcanic irradiated crystals, which I always wanted to call the ruby crystals of Burma, because in the Transformers pilot miniseries, there was the attack on the mine where they mined the ruby crystals of Burma, which had all this energy, and that was the mine that actually Bumblebee and Spike blew up and then got caught in the explosion, and then Roller went in, and Optimus Prime gets blown over, and he rolls very slowly down a mountain, and then they do that slow transformation sequence with them getting him on his wheels, and then he's like, I'll
try. I don't know if I can do it. I've almost got it.
Come on, Prime. You can do it. Try harder. You got it. You got it.
Come on. There.
Okay,
Phrasing. Boom. Inappropriate.
When I was a kid, that scene was awesome. But when you hear the sound clip out of context, it really does take on a whole new meaning, doesn't it? Nonetheless, so we had the ruby crystals of Burma, which were one of the other catalytic elements. And Savage Shark is here! A toast to Savage Shark! Oh. And then the last of the catalytic elements. What was the last catalytic element? I remember it was heavy water, and like the yellow, the orange crystals, whatever, and then I don't know. Optimus Prime squanching. Toast. Savage Shark says toast. No, Savage Shark is toasting. But you know what? The third catalytic element was toast. Dust from a meteor. It was dust from a meteor. Because, sci-fi, again. So, oh no, there's a snake in my drink! Oh, I already did that joke. So nonetheless, getting back to the deep sea diver Baroness, this is such a cool figure. And you look at her, I'm going to take her off of the base, even though I know that I'm never going to get her back on there. She's got her harpoon here, which she absolutely will use to stab a bitch. And she's got her 80s technology. This is the pocket version from the 80s, by the way. And it's a sniffer, but even the detail on that's so cool. It looks great. It's got these things in the back, like dials or something, and of course a lovingly sculpted bottom, not quite as lovingly sculpted as the 25th anniversary Baroness. She's got much more, like she's wearing a thong. This one, she might have just a regular swimsuit on underneath, but nonetheless, she's got her utility belt so that she can have all sorts of stuff that she needs. And I love the detail on the tank. They did such a great job with how this attaches and all of the hoses and everything. She's just really well done. And then to also have the stripe, the stripe on the side, completely unnecessary, but really, really works as looking like a deep sea diving suit from that era. And of course, a Cobra emblem on the chest there, which is important. If I were diving for Cobra, I would absolutely make sure that I had the emblem on the chest. So yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful figure, and it kind of fills a niche. Look, it's even got a regulator molded in there. That's great. It's just such a neat toy. Yeah. So this is one that it's not the kind of figure that you're going to need in your collection in order to have Baroness in a deep sea diving suit, because you need that, but gosh, it's well done. And hey, now you can have the Baroness in a diving suit, and it's very clearly the Baroness because that diving suit is tailored for the Baroness's body and no one else's. So that is, once again, 2008, some great figures, and then we move ahead. Now, should I go ahead and talk about... Oh, Brandon Spicer is here. Brandon! Thank you for joining me, Brandon Spicer. A toast to Brandon! Thank you. So, and I just happened to notice that Kyoji was commenting that the torso and waist of the figure were reused from Scarlet. And I know that G.I. Joe did a lot of that. And more power to them. Being able to assemble different arms, legs, and torsos to make different figures, I'm all for it. It's excellent. And it also made kit bashing fun and easy. So if you were a G.I. Joe enthusiast and you needed or wanted a custom figure, maybe your own character or a different version of a character that you liked, you could take all sorts of pieces from other G.I. Joe characters and put them together and make something awesome. And it would look great because these are Hasbro made figures. They have all the details and they all just fit, that's 2008, and I feel like I'm going to swing over to Roadblock for just a second, because we've got a Roadblock figure here that's sort of in the same era. We've got Roadblock being strangled by vines. Look at that. And that's so cool. So this that was this one, right? No, wait, here. Yes, that's this one. So this was also 2008 Roadblock. And he was also from the 25th anniversary, complete with attack vines. This is version 18. And he's got his knife, so he's going to cut his way out. But he looks great. Gosh, look at that. I mean, and I love that the vines are strong enough to hold him up. Now, we don't actually have to have him in the vines. I like him being in the vines, but let's release Roadblock from the vines. Let's not cut the vines, Roadblock. I know he wants to cut the vines because he's got the time. That's right, I just did that and I apologized, but it's probably not the last time that I'm going to do that impression. So, this is 2008 25th anniversary Roadblock, version 18, complete with attack vines. He's got his knife. And now I will say that I have seen plenty of other G.I. Joe figures where if they came with a little knife, there would have been a scabbard that the knife would have fit into on the legs or on the belt. And I don't see that here, which is a little bit of a disappointment. Usually, I guess we're spoiled at this point because normally we would get that sort of thing, but we did not get a scabbard, so I guess he's just going to hold his knife. And he also doesn't come with the Browning 50 caliber gun, so, the heavy machine gun, and that was his shtick. he always had that gun with him. In a lot of the comic book stories, he would be carrying that gun to like a wedding. I mean, it's like, oh, I'm going to the General Flag's funeral. I'm going to take the 50 cal so it can show its respects and be very surreal. I don't know. I didn't say that I was good at rhyming. So yeah, he did not cut. He came with the vines. I know. That wasn't good. I apologize. The next time that I do that impression, I'll have a better rhyme, I promise. I mean, I won't do it at all. I won't do that. I promise no more bad roadblock rhymes. I might do another bad robot. I'm just letting you know. Don't tell. So, going back to Roadblock. So he's got his knife. He doesn't have a place to put it. He also has a grenade. Look at that. That's a beautifully molded grenade. Look at the detail on that. I am just blown away by the meticulous detail on these figures. The little wrist guards, this harness that he's wearing, the pouch on his leg. I mean, it's even got stitching. Look at that. It's got stitching on it. Of course it does. He's got the clips on his back. He's got an okay butt. I'm not really looking at his butt. And he's got, look at his boots. Let's take a look at the boots. See, once again,
Ice Bear's tired of staring at this guy's butt.
Ice Bear, you barely looked at his butt. So don't give me any of your crap, Ice Bear. So we got stitching on his boots. Those are good looking boots. Even the way they sculpted the pants being tucked into the boots, it's really, really nicely done. Of course, he's very well articulated, very posable, fantastic head sculpt. Look at that. He looks the part. I mean, he's got the 12-mile stare there, and he's going to screw you up. And probably the reason he didn't come with the 50 cal is because he's going to cut up the vines with the big knife and then serve them as salad, because he was a master chef. So this is Roadblock from 2008. A very, very nice figure. Really, really nice. But obviously, they traded his 50 cal for vines. And I do want the vines. And I imagine that for most people, if you probably already have a version of Roadblock, and you probably already have maybe several versions of the 50 cal gun, but you don't have any versions of the vines. So maybe that was the thing. That was the thinking behind that. So that is 2008 25th anniversary Roadblock version 18, complete with attack vines. And we're just going to kind of put him there. He's going to ride the vines. He's riding the vines. And so that brings us to 2009. Let's go ahead and let's talk about 2009. We have the Baroness. Oh, wait. Sorry. Having technical difficulties with the software. So, in 2009, we had G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra, the live-action movie that suggests that the Baroness is not some kind of foreign agent of espionage with a ridiculous accent, but a blonde American woman with nanites in her blood. Sienna Miller was the actress playing the Baroness. That's, I don't know that it was her fault. I don't know that it was her fault. I'm sure she did the best that she could with what she had. But the Baroness is not an American who's been kidnapped, and I guess she dyed her hair black, and in love with Duke, and I mean, come on, people, if you're gonna do a G.I. Joe movie, do a little bit of research. I mean, there is a wealth, an absolute wealth of backstory here. Years and years of backstory. Oh, and she was Cobra Commander's sister. That's right. Yes, Brick. Thank you, Brick. So, Brick was saying that she was also Cobra Commander's sister, and Cobra Commander was the doctor, and you saw his face through the thing, and then they put it in a mask that didn't look like just a dumb mask. It was a dumb movie. Let's just call it for the way it is. It was a dumb movie, and I'm not expecting a whole lot of intelligence out of my live-action G.I. Joe movie, but I feel like we could have done better than that. I will say that ending battle at the end, the undersea battle with all the sea chases and the undersea base and everything, okay, that was very G.I. Joe. Tons and tons of vehicles blowing up underwater and stuff like that. Okay, that was very G.I. Joe. And I will give them the nod for at least pulling off a climax that was a G.I. Joe-like climax. But the rest of the content of the movie was just like, what? Ripcord and Scarlet? What? Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes were great. Although Snake Eyes had lips. Snake Eyes had lips. Now, Snake Eyes was played by, Toad and Darth Maul and Ray Park. Thank you, Ray Park. And so, yeah, obviously, that's awesome. But they gave him, like, rubber molded lips. And not only did they give him rubber molded lips, they felt the need to put lips on a character that does not talk. I mean, that would be like putting nipples on a bat suit that does not make milk. So, yeah, thank you, Mason, for the lips. The lips. So, so we had 2009, the live-action G.I. Joe movie that, I mean, you can watch it. It's better to, let's all just take a chug of whatever we're drinking tonight as we think about that movie. Okay, I feel a little bit better about the movie now. So, if you need to watch that movie, just make yourself a very large adult beverage and then just go to town and maybe fast forward past the Baroness scenes to get to the Snake Eyes scenes and the ending battle. And you know what? I will say this. Monica points out, as bad as it was a million times better than the Transformers movie. Any of them. Just, yeah. So getting back to the live action movie, because, yeah, we did get toys. And my cat is stuck. There we go. Okay, so we did get toys, and this is one of them. This is 2009 Baroness G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra Paris Pursuit. Version 14. She's got this little laptop, and the little laptop makes it for me. And I think that this laptop has appeared in other G.I. Joe sets, but this is great. I want one of these. I don't know. It just looks. I mean, sure, it looks like a normal laptop, but look, it snaps closed and it's got a Cobra emblem. Look, it's got a Cobra. So like when she's in Starbucks. And she's sitting there, and people look across the way, and they're like, "Oh, wait, is that an Apple? Is that a MacBook? Oh no, it is a Cobra Book Pro. Very, very nice." And the fine Rev says she's Matrix Baroness. Yes, you know what? She is very, very Matrix Baroness. Holy crap! Look at that. She absolutely could be on the Matrix. Or in the Matrix. How do you say that? I mean, she's in the Matrix movies, in the Matrix, being badass, I know kung fu, and wearing leather and having lots of guns, she absolutely looks like she belongs in the Matrix. That being said, it is a very nicely sculpted toy. It is very realistically rendered. She's got the long coat, which does look great. The texture of it is, it actually looks like leather. It really looks like leather. The folds, the details. I mean, this is a beautifully done sculpt. The face, her expression, she's actually got quite an expression. Now, she looks a lot like the movie character, which keeps her from looking a lot like the Baroness. But nonetheless, it's a very, very well done figure of something that was kind of underwhelming. So I think that's what hurts it the most. It's not that it's a bad toy, but it's a very good toy that's an excellent representation of a badly done character in a mediocre movie. So, the face on this one is really nicely done. Let's go ahead and just look again. The face on this, she looks, that is a beautifully done face. I'm going to see if I can focus in a little bit closer, because you got to figure that, there we go. Look at that. That is just really impressive. The detail, the hair. She dropped one of her guns, but that's okay. The eyebrow. She's got that raised eyebrow thing. She's doing a little bit of Leonard Nimoy Spock. A little bit of a smirk. And you figure that her face is half the size of my thumbnail. That is... Think about that. The intricate detail that they've created here, that's just phenomenal. That is absolutely phenomenal. And I realize that they're using all sorts of modeling tools and things to be able to do stuff like this at this point with toys, but it doesn't mean that it's not impressive as hell. So yeah, that is 2009 Baroness from Rise of the Cobra, the Paris Pursuit, which ended with the destruction of the Eiffel Tower. And it seems like for a while there, the Eiffel Tower just kept getting destroyed in movies. I'm trying to remember other movies, but... Oh, Armageddon! Yeah, Armageddon! So, we have Michael Bay destroying the Eiffel Tower in Armageddon. I wonder if when they did it in the G.I. Joe movie, that was a little bit of a wink and a nod to Michael Bay because he did it in Armageddon. I don't know. But nonetheless, so the Eiffel Tower has a rough existence in movies. Also, in the second Superman movie, terrorists tried to blow up the Eiffel Tower, but were thwarted by Superman, who took the whole elevator. He didn't even take the bomb. He took the whole elevator into space, threw it out into space, and then accidentally released Zod. And it's like, you know what? The world probably would have been better if you had just let the Eiffel Tower blow up. So, just saying. Chris and Chill Azumaril are here. Chris and Chill Azumaril are here, and we've got a refill here. Oh my gosh, there's a snake! I know, I already did that gag, and I will continue to do that gag because I don't get tired of bad jokes, but I've got a snake. So a toast to Chris and Chill Azumaril. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I'm trying hard. Oh yeah, that's got some love in it. So yes. Thank you for joining us, Chris and Chill Azumaril, and we will talk in a bit to give you instructions on how to try to win this. For all the people that came in late, we will give you instructions on how to win this in just a little bit. So we have the 2009 movie Baroness, but that's not the only movie Baroness that we've got. That was actually the second one. The first one, wait a minute here. So let's put her aside. And I lost her gun already, which that's a problem. So wait, I know that we've got another one. Oh. What? Oh, this one? Yes, this one. Okay, so yeah, I was staring right at it, and then I wasn't. So please do not lose those glasses. So I'm getting messages from my producer, i.e. Monica. These glasses, these are a separate piece, and they are just barely held on by good intentions. So I've been told that if I want to stay married, I do not lose these glasses. They aren't even quite straight. Let's see if I can. No, I can't straighten them. I respect the effort, but I mean they don't go on. They don't fit. They don't fit. And she's got this thing. This is like her grappling hook and a thing, and she dropped her pistol. So I'm gonna set her grappling hook, and it is on a string, so you can actually use this as a grappling hook for the character, just like that, and that is really, really cool. I really like the grappling hook, and yeah, you can put the character on here. It's got these feet posts, so you could have her suspended from the grappling hook, and she's kind of posed on top of this little platform. And oh yeah, I've got my little cheat notes, so that's important. And we've got her gun. I'm gonna set these aside because I know I'm gonna lose them. And then she's also got this Mars briefcase. Now, we have seen this Mars briefcase before, used with some Destro figures, but it's always a great accessory. I would not care if I had a dozen of these little briefcases because they are so cool. They look like Pelican cases. That's what they remind me of. Yeah, like for camera gear and video gear and stuff like that. I know that it does open, so there we go. And, oh, she doesn't have anything inside her Mars briefcase. That is a disappointment. So, she's got the briefcase, doesn't have anything inside it, which is a shame. I would probably put the glasses and the gun inside here because that's the only way I'm not going to lose them. But nonetheless, the Mars briefcase is a staple of Baroness and Destro figures, and I'm really glad that they've included it with this one. In fact, wait a minute here. So, just to compare, this is a full-size case, obviously very similar, that we got at Harbor Freight. And this one has Star Wars ships in it, right? Yeah, we have our... So, this one has Star Wars ships because that's very, very important. And, you know, I feel like the Baroness's case would be a lot cooler if it had Star Wars ships in it. So, we need some Star Wars ships in that scale to put in Baroness's Mars briefcase, and what we also need is a Mars logo to put right in here. I think that that's important. So, yeah, that is, okay, so it did apparently come with Nanite Pods, but we've got those with another figure right now. So, it wasn't empty. I apologize. I misrepresented the figure. This used to have Nanite Pods, and the Nanite Pods are probably with Destro right now. Because you know him, he cannot get enough of his Nanite Pods. So, now let's also look at the face. We're going to look at the face, and we're going to try and ignore the glasses just ignore the glasses, but let's just look at the face sculpt itself. The face sculpt is not as good on this one. It looks like they're going for a very realistic face that can't wear glasses, but she looks like, I don't know, she kind of looks middle-aged. And not that there's anything wrong with everybody ages, but I don't think that that's what they should have been going for. The detail on the figure itself is fantastic. Obviously they've got a lot of details in the body and in the arms and in the legs, and of course, like many of these figures, they've got excellent articulation. The wrists move, the elbows move, the waist pivots right in the middle of the body there. She's got very nicely defined boots. She does have high-heeled boots, which I think is kind of fitting for the Baroness. I could absolutely see her being able to rock some high-heeled boots. And of course, a lovingly sculpted bum. That's important because, I mean, honestly, who in our generation didn't fantasize about the Baroness just a little bit?
Ice Bear's tired of staring at this guy's butt.
You are not tired of staring at her butt. Okay, Ice Bear, you stare at the Baroness's butt just as much as anyone else, and you might as well admit it. Don't try and shame us, all right? We all have our interests, and Baroness has a nice badonkadonk. So, there we go. To be honest, I really don't like the outfit. I feel like it looks a little bit too much like S&M gear. It does not look tactical. It's the little studded things and all the banding and stuff. It doesn't... The Baroness looks best when she looks like she's in tactical gear that is also disarming her sexually frustrated enemies by being on the Baroness. But I'm really not a fan of the outfit. I'm not a fan of the face. The glasses are absurd. So yeah, a lot of effort in this figure. And I think that as a whole, it's not a bad figure, but, I mean, honestly, this is the Baroness. This is...
way to go, Fumbles!
Fumbles! That's perfect.
That settles it. Welcome to the team, Fumbles.
This is Fumbles. Yes. This is Fumbles in a Baroness costume. This is the real thing. So that's how we're gonna play that, and that gets us through our various versions of the Baroness. And so before we talk about the other Baroness, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about other movie characters. Because, we've seen 25th Anniversary Roadblock, now we've seen 2 Baronessai from the movie. So let's go ahead and take a look at Rockblock. So we got Rockblock here. This is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson playing Roadblock. And I'm going to get that in focus. Let's go ahead and look at that. Not the best movie in the world, but hey, any movie with The Rock in it is better than the same movie without The Rock. And he is sporting the 50 cal, which is important. And notice that The Rock is holding his 50 cal as a handgun, which is completely appropriate for this character, because the Roadblock, for those who don't know, with the history of Roadblock, he was the heavy hitter. He was the heavy machine gunner who would carry around the 50 cal and 150 pounds of ammunition and have a hostage survivor over his shoulder, and he'd just, he'd be running out of a flaming building. And then at the same time as all this stuff is happening and bullets are bouncing off of his bald head, he's also carrying himself with dignity and kindness. He was the character in G.I. Joe that had the straightest moral compass. He knew what was right and what was wrong and what had to be done. And if you go through the history of the character, he didn't really want, he didn't want to be a military man. He wanted to be a chef. But he ended up going into the military. Rocky Road. That's it. Ty Guy, thank you. Ty Guy suggested that Rockblock's name is now Rocky Road. A toast to Ty Guy. Rocky Road is now the name of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson playing Roadblock. So there we go. We've got Rocky Road here. I'd had to his vest. I'd had to his vest on G.I. Joe, Retaliation, Firefly, and painted skull on it, making the Punisher. I had it to skull paint off. Okay. So Monica was just saying that she had a skull on his vest because she was intending on turning it into a Punisher, and then she had to take the skull off. So yeah, there. Firefly was played by Ray Stevenson, who was the Punisher in Warzone. Got it. Whew. You know what? I think I need another. Oh, Chris! Do I see Chris? Just Chris? Savannah N! Hey, thank you for joining the live stream. A toast to Savannah N. I see Chris right above. Oh yeah, we already toasted Chris. I'm going to toast Chris again. A toast to Chris and Savannah N. And Machiavellic. Yes! Hello, Machiavellic! Thank you for joining us! That's awesome! Thank you for joining the live stream. A toast to Machiavellic. We were just talking about Rocky Road. And for in case you missed that part, Ty Guy had come up with the brilliant name for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's portrayal of Roadblock. He is now Rocky Road. So this is Rocky Road. And if one good thing came out of that movie, it is this figure. He Retaliation was okay. You know, you could tell that it was done with a little bit less of a budget than the first one, but in a lot of ways it was way better. It had his tanks. You know, that's the thing. The G.I. Joe Retaliation had an actual HISS tank. I don't even think it was computer. Do you think it was? It looked like they had actually built a HISS tank. Maybe it was computer generated, but and they had Cobra Commander actually looking like Cobra Commander, and they had that cool scene with Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes on the side of the mountain. So and you had Bruce Willis finally in a This was the Die Hard movie that we were promised. So we have Bruce Willis playing John McClane, not John McCain. He's different military guy. A cool military guy, but nonetheless, Bruce Willis could play John McCain. So, but nonetheless, Bruce Willis playing John McClane as the original G.I. Joe. So he was Joe, but he was actually just Bruce Willis doing the Bruce Willis thing, which is John McClane. It's all Bruce Willis. It's when you get Bruce Willis, it's Bruce Willis, and you pay Bruce Willis to be Bruce Willis. Just like if you had Harrison Ford in there, he's gonna be Harrison Ford. So it's Bruce Willis all the way down. Yeah. You wonder if there's another turtle beneath that turtle, and it's just turtles all the way down. So yeah, you had Bruce Willis, you had The Rock. And you had a Hiss tank. And you had the cool mountain scene. And you had Cobra Command. So there were a lot of things in Retaliation that were better. I felt like the movie felt limited in scope. It felt like everything was done on a budget. So they did a lot of things right, but you could tell that they were working on a shoestring. All the money went into Bruce Willis and The Rock. They got all the money, and I think that The Rock donated the Hiss tank because he probably just has one. I would believe that The Rock has a Hiss tank. So we get Rocky Road, and he's got the 50 cal, and it looks great, and he's got his battle knife, which also looks great, and he's got a place on his chest. Oh wow, the blade of the knife can come out. Okay, I'm gonna put that back in there. The knife can also, there's a scabbard here. I'm not gonna try and pull that out of his hand because it seems like The Rock doesn't want me to take his knife away, and I'm not gonna argue with The Rock. There's a little bit of the paint from when it was that's okay, so it has paint there. I don't know why. He also has this is a staple gun. He comes with a staple gun, and it's a very nicely made staple gun. This is not the cheap one that you get at Harbor Freight. This is the Craftsman Staple Gun, and it's a large capacity stapler. So that's important. He's got a place on the back of the harness to put his 50 cal. I don't know how it goes in. I'll be honest. I don't know how this goes in, but nonetheless, and I'm losing that blade again. I'm going to lose so much of this, and I am sorry because I don't want to. Wait, maybe it goes this way. There we go. Yeah, that's it. So. Look at the detail that they put into the muscles on this guy, because he's Rocky Road. Okay, he and the face sculpt is all over. I mean, that's great. He looks great. He's got his little arm tat here. The fabric is rendered beautifully. The straps on the legs and the knee pads also, all of this stuff just excellently done. He's got laces on his boots. So, Rocky Road, let's show him the boots. Look at that. That looks great. So overall, excellent figure. Fantastic embodiment of this character. And a high point of a toy line for a movie that kind of struggled. Mostly I think due to budget, but hey, we got Cobra Commander with a mask, and we got The Rock, and we got Bruce Willis. How much more do you want? Honestly, how much more do you want? So. That is Rocky Road, aka Roadblock, played by The Rock. And so, before I go to the next Roadblock, let's tell people again, for those who just showed up. Let's let them know how this is going to work. So as most of you know, we are giving away a Baroness with one of these. We're giving away one of these unopened. And we're going to do that in not too much longer here. So yes, that's a good idea. So we're going to do the giveaway after we open up and talk about the G.I. Joe Classified Series Baroness. So that's coming up very, very soon. And the way that we're going to do that, for those who weren't here in the beginning, is we're going to use the chat feature. So if you're watching and you didn't know already, turn on the chat and just try it out. Make sure that you are able to chat, because what we are going to do is at some point we are going to ask people to chat a secret word into the chat. And then Monica's going to go through and she is going to keep track of all the names of everybody who chats in the secret word. And then we are going to put those names into little capsules, and we're going to mix up all the capsules and put them into our bubble machine, and then we are going to randomly select one lucky winner to get this. So make sure that your chat is working, and I'm warning you ahead of time so that you have a little bit of time to make sure that you can do that, because I want you to be able to do that. I want everybody to at least get a chance. More chance than Target gave you. So anyway, so that's the Baroness. That's how that's going to work. And also we are going to give away a couple of other things too. And, you know, just as a way of saying thank you. Once again, I'm just thanking everybody for showing up tonight, because this is important, and we're trying to do a thing, and we're trying to grow a channel, and we can't do it without your support. That's the truth of it. We can't do it without you. And each and every subscription is important. Each and every person that shows up and watches the videos is important. And honestly, all of your input is far more entertaining than anything that I say on these live streams anyway. So, you know, it's the you show. So, that being said, we've got one more little figure that we're going to talk about before we get to Baroness, and that way people have time. And I saw Savage Shark. You are testing, and secret word, it works. So very, very good. Yeah, that. So going back, you probably already noticed that this guy is here. We've got, let me move, Baroness and Rocky Road and 50 cal and this thing and Ravage. Okay, we're going to move all of these things out of the way. And here we have, this is the OG original Roadblock. Let's take a look at a piece of history. This version of Roadblock has his helmet and has his 50 cal, and he still looks pretty good. You know, obviously, the characters from this era had limitations, but look at what they accomplished. And it's no wonder that this toy line was so successful when it came out, because I remember the Star Wars toys that came out in the late 70s and the early 80s, and you had figures that had no elbow joints. You know, you could raise or lower the arm, you could raise or lower the leg. But you get a toy like this, and he can bend at the knee, and he can spread his legs out, and he can do a kung fu kick, and he can hold his weapons, and the kung fu grip, and he's got an articulated elbow joint, and look, he can even pivot his arm at the bicep. That is great. They achieved so much with these figures, and at the time they were working under so many technological constraints and so many budgetary constraints. But here he is, and he actually looks really good. Now, you do have some mismatched plastic color here. You see that the forearm is a little bit of a different shade than the bicep, and I'm not sure if that's the way it always was or if that's maybe due to yellowing. It's hard to tell. He's got the pivoting waist. There's an O-ring inside there, and I'm kind of amazed that his is still holding up after all this time. I wonder if at some point during the history of this toy, if the O-ring got replaced. One problem that is well known with these toys is that the plastic on the feet is very brittle, and so he is. We have him on a different G.I. Joe base here, and these have smaller pegs for the feet, and then I just have some paper that was helping him stay up. Because if you have him on one of the original bases, it is very likely that the heel will break off. And so it's kind of hard to find one of these that has legs that are still intact. He has a helmet that comes off. And here, we're going to pull the helmet off. There we go. And there you go. That's the helmet. We've got, we've got his head sculpt, which the head sculpt is really not bad. Considering the day that, when this was made, this was long before they would have been able to model it in the computer and then just use CNC milling to create a perfect replica at a tiny size. Somebody sculpted that. That is somebody's handwork, and it's impressive. And then you have the detail painting on the face, and even the detail painting that they have on the rest of the figure, considering the time, is actually very, very well done. So yeah, it's dated, but I think that it's actually pretty awesome. Really, really awesome. OG Roadblock. Later on, they of course had another version that had the tactical shirt, and it was pretty cool looking. But this is kind of Roadblock in his most Roadblocky, and so yeah, that is the original Roadblock version 1 Series 3 from 1984. Roadblock was first released, carded as part of the third series in 1984, and he was also sold in 1985, then discontinued in 1986. But I think that they end up making a space version. So yeah, the Generation 1 G.I. Joe series went into some strange places, and you ended up with Space Force, and you had you Cobra or Roadblock can ride in a Gen 1 Fang. I think this was the Fang. Cobra had good names for their stuff. I like the Fang. Now the propellers almost want to knock his helmet off, but there we go. We'll let him hold on to the stick there. Maybe. There we go. There we go. And so, yeah. So, yeah. He's pretty awesome. And yeah, the more modern toys have more detail and the plastic holds up better, but this is a really good starting point. This is a really good starting point and a piece of history, and that is pretty awesome. I will, yeah. So yes, Kyoji was just commenting that version 2 with the white undershirt and the green tactical vest came out in 1986. So, very good, Kyoji. You know your stuff. So, now, shall we talk about... Oh, yeah. We are... So, I'm going to clear things off a little bit. Yeah. Ooh, I lost her laptop. There we go. And okay, trying to set these in places. I'm sorry. We got to make some room here for.
High on a hill was a lonely goat, hurley, 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 oh.
There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look here at the Baroness, and she is here. I'm going to move the light up just a little bit, and we'll get the camera over there like that. Kind of move this stuff a little bit further out of the way. Maybe. There we go. And so that is G.I. Joe Classified Series Baroness. And this is an impressive looking set. We've got her motorcycle. Apparently this is like a laser snake. You see over here that the snake shoots laser beams out its mouth, which of course it does. If I had a metal snake, I would want it to shoot laser beams out its mouth. She's got a motorcycle helmet. She's got a couple guns. She's got, I'm not sure what this is. That's the handle grip for the motorcycle. She's got the golden gun. And then we've got some interesting artwork here. It looks a little bit more anime than the other artwork on the Classified series. But yeah, very cool looking. But yeah, a little bit less realistic, a little bit more anime. Of course, we've got the really nice Classified series artwork. So Kristen Goddard, is that the artist? Oh, so I think that it's just done in that kind of 80s retro painting style. So that is what that is. That to me is a little bit Akira right there. You know, the cool motorcycle and everything. That's what I think of. So yeah. Of course, we've got the side panel with various iconography. Baroness with Cobra Coil. I guess that's the motorcycle, is the Cobra Coil. And this is figure 13 of the Classified series. We've got Legal Mumbo Jumbo on the bottom. Go around to the back. And this is Cobra Island. Yeah, that is Cobra Island. We have, and it appears that Cobra has an active volcano on their island. I didn't realize that the Cobra Island had a volcano. I just thought that there were a whole bunch of dark clouds on the horizon, and that it was unseasonably warm. But Cobra Island. They indicate some of these things, and I wonder. I see all these red areas. I wonder if my tech spec decoder will find anything. I know that that's a thing on Transformers. I don't see anything. Oh wait, no. Yeah. There's. I'm a little bit disappointed. I wanted this to do something. I'm a little bit disappointed that it didn't, but I know that that's not their shtick. And then of course we've got an illustration of the Baroness on the side. She looks good. Looks very 80s illustration-y. So, very, very nice. Savage Shark says Cobra is... you know what? Savage Shark was just saying that Cobra Island is environmentally responsible and using geothermal energy. You are very correct. You know, I feel like Cobra Commander, sure, he's a whiner, but is he necessarily a bad leader? Like, I think that most people that end up in high offices must have a certain drive, a certain desire to be in control of stuff. So can we really fault Cobra Commander for wanting the same thing?
My, those are some fancy trousers you're wearing. I shall call you Trouser Snake.
I don't even care anymore.
So yeah, Cobra Commander. I think that he might be okay. He might be okay. I'd be willing to give him a shot. And we're just gonna leave that alone. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. We can lavish over the box all we want, but honestly, we want to get to the figure. We want to get to the figure. So let's go ahead and cut the tape. Is there tape there? Nope. I think that. So let's open the side panel. I'm going to try and open it carefully, but I think I got it. There we go. There we go. I can open a box. Yeah. And then we've got this piece, and I think that it's all going to come sliding out. Oh, look at that. Look at that, and it wants to kind of fall apart, so I'm going to set this aside. Oh. There we go. And then we've also got this backdrop, which is pretty cool. This would look great for, like, if you're taking photos of your figures and you wanted this in the background. That's actually pretty cool. The emblem thing might be a little bit of a problem, but, you know, that's pretty awesome. Machiavellic says, be careful with the scissors or you'll end up in a G.I. Joe PSA. Yes, I was not using proper safety with the scissors. I was...
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
This is where Shipwreck needs to come in and say, hey, hold on there, you squab. You're holding them scissors like a landlubber. Holding scissors is dangerous. And then I'd say, gee, Shipwreck, I didn't know. He'd say, well, now you know. And that's my Shipwreck.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Hopefully that sound clip will make people forget about my impression of Shipwreck. So we have the Baroness in her stuff, and you know what? I don't. Okay, there are some plastic holdy things here holding in the motorcycle. I am going to free those from the back, and I think that's the only one. I think that's the only one. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the motorcycle. We want to see the motorcycle, right? I want to see the motorcycle. So, there we go. It's very crackly. There's a lot of crackliness happening here. And there we go. Well, here, we got the motorcycle. We have to put on the other... It only has one handle, so we have to put on the other handle, which is secured with a piece of tape. So I'm going to peel back the tape, and I am not going to lose the handle. And I'm going to set that down. And then the handle should just plug right in here, I think. Oh! Boy, that's a tight hole. Well, it is.
Freezing. Boom. Huh?
Hey,
Okay.
phrasing!
Oh gosh, it's really hard to get it in the hole.
Freezing.
I'm sorry, it's really hard to get it in the hole. Oh, here. There, I got it in. Woo! Yeah! That's what she said. So, yeah, wow, that's tight. You know, I'm just going to drink this and forget about that whole exchange. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, So, yes, Machiavellic, this is how you get ants. So, that is a pretty cool motorcycle. And look, the steering works. That's awesome. And it's got pegs on the foot pedals so that the Baroness can stand on there, and it's got rear foot pedals so that she can be kind of hunched forward, and it's got a great color scheme. It actually looks better when you get it out of the package. When I saw it initially, I thought, it doesn't look all that impressive. But now that I've got it, it's husky. There's a lot of detail in here. I love the texture on the seat and the translucent windscreen that's fogged out. The gauges look great. Let's go ahead and go to the other camera. It's Kaneda's bike. Just for anybody who doesn't know, it's Kaneda's bike from Akira, and yeah, it's Kaneda's bike. And of course we want Kaneda's bike, and of course the Baroness should have Kaneda's bike. Kaneda probably had to give it, she probably stole it from Kaneda. Yeah, that's how it worked. So let's just go over here and take a look, and you can really see in this view just how cool looking this motorcycle is. And you've got the gauges here, you've got the Cobra emblems on the side, the really nice texture on the seat, the nicely detailed engine. This is a really, really neat thing. And I kind of feel like some of my initial misgivings were because of the red plastic doesn't have a whole lot of detail painting done on it. And I feel like with a fine sable brush and some tester silver, you could put some accents on here that would look really, really sharp, that would just make this whole thing pop. Not that it looks bad. I kind of wish that we had a translucent thing right here rather than just a painted silver. And I wish that we had some silver details here to make these look more like disc brakes and calipers than just a molded piece of plastic. Again, we've got this cap here that could use some detail painting. And similarly, there's some places back here on the back where, like, if these exhaust pipes were a different color, either silver or a steely gray, detail painting on these springs. It's great that they have the springs molded in there, but they blend in a little bit too much. And they have all these little fastener places where it seems like there's screws and bolts in the side. And I would love to see those things detail painted. And I know all of that adds cost, and I'm not really creating a harsh criticism. I'm just saying places where it could go from really good to excellent. And this is really good. And with a little detail painting, it would be excellent. I think that the rims should be metallic gold. What do you think? Metallic gold, definitely. Rims on the wheels, metallic gold. That would be awesome. So, yeah. Nonetheless, the wheels are nice and knobby. Those are neat wheels. They spin nice. So, this is something that has a lot of play value in terms of being a functional vehicle. And it actually stands up because of the flat tires. So that's pretty cool. And let's go ahead and just set that over here. Maybe. And let's get the Baroness out. Maybe. Okay. See, I try not to pull on the figure itself, but I'm going to have to pull on the figure itself. Okay, Baroness. Here we go. There we go. Oh, look at that. And she is pointing at the future. She is pointing at you. She's saying, yeah. Yeah! You are all my fans. I love you all, even though you are from capitalist America. And we will take you over, and I will love you then too, after you are enslaved by us. That's my impression of the Baroness with... Okay. I'm just going to point out that her ridiculous accent is not my fault. Okay? The Baroness's accent isn't even any nationality. It's just what Americans think of as foreign. So, it's... I refuse to think that impression is the least bit offensive to anybody, because no nationality talks the way that the Baroness did in the 80s cartoon. So, so I think that that's legit. So, nonetheless, the figure looks great. Let's go back to the camera here. She really does look great. I'm gonna bring the light down so that you can see her face a little bit better. There we go. And there. Take a look. Now, I will say that the cat's eye glasses are impressive as hell. That's just amazing. And I don't know if they come off or not. I don't want to lose them. I don't think they do. Okay, it seems like they're pretty firmly attached, which is probably for the best, because we've seen how badly it can go when you have a figure that has glasses that come off. The face sculpt is interesting. In some ways, I think that the 25th anniversary Baroness has a prettier face. She looks a lot more stern. And also, since she's pointing at me and she's accusing me of something, and I swear I didn't do it, but nonetheless, I feel like she's got it in for me, and I'm not sure that I'm comfortable with that. Savage Shark says her bike needs a GoBot Crasher color scheme, and you know what, Savage Shark? You are right. This absolutely needs to be done as GoBot's Crasher, and a toast to you for referencing GoBot's Crasher on a G.I. Joe live stream. Thank you, Savage Shark. This is a really good drink. I want to come up with other excuses to drink, so, Ty Guy says, looks like a principal for a private school calling you to her office. Yes, and you know what? I'm going to toast Ty Guy because he is so right. That is Principal Baroness. And I'll just say that if I was in high school and I had to go to Principal Baroness's office, I'm not sure I would be completely upset about that. Back in the 80s, they would spank you. And I feel like the Baroness, she definitely would spank you. With a riding crop.
Excellent!
So yes, a toast to Ty Guy for taking me into areas that I probably shouldn't have gone. 12-year-old Clay is so happy right now. I didn't have a crush. They had that episode with her in a bikini, and they had to know. Okay, they had to know. Either that or the animators were just very lonely, but maybe a little bit of both. So anyway, yeah, let's go back to Baroness. Yeah, she does. She absolutely looks like a principal. She's very, very stern looking. I love the cat's eye glasses and the effect. I mean, it's really impressive. Just the way that her face looks, the fact that they got it to work with the glasses, and the details, the little gold details. Let me try and get this in focus because this is worth seeing. So, you look at the details they put into the corners of the glasses. And then, now see, notice that she's got a relatively realistic sculpt on her face, but unlike the movie Baroness, they kept the features soft enough to not make her look like she was in her 50s. They've got the eyebrows painted underneath, and again, it really gives her kind of a stern expression. Of course, she's got the molded Cobra emblem on her chest armor, and look at the detail on her arms. This carbon fiber kind of look here. This is fantastic. Yeah, this is where Baroness looks her best, because her outfit looks very traditionally Baroness, but also very, very tactical. She's got fantastic. Yeah, this belt is great. Here, Baroness, put your hands up. There you go. Put your hands up. She's got her Cobra belt. Her Cobra belt buckle looks awesome. Her little pouches, her little Batman pouches. And then she's got larger pouches here, which probably hold the big gold guns that she was packaged with. And then look at the textures on her legs. See, the two-tone effect works really, really well. And then she has these killer go-go boots. And I'm just gonna say, I respect the fact that she's got sensible footwear. I mean, granted, it's 2 feet long sensible footwear, but you know that this is armor right here. This isn't just a boot. This is an armored legging, and she could probably skid off of her motorcycle for 100 yards on these knee pads, and it wouldn't even scuff the paint on these things. And no heels. See, the Baroness is allowed to not have heels, and I respect that. Also, of course, you know, we've got the hair sculpt, and it's very, very well done. I mean, that is artfully done there. It's simple and effective and realistic. We've got her back armor. She's got her badonkadonk, but not like a lovingly sculpted butt. Just a normal girl butt, and it doesn't look overly sexualized, but it looks like a healthy female form. So I really have a lot of respect for this figure. The color changes are subtle but tremendously effective. And look, the shoulder has what I think is a cobra face. And that looks like a cobra face there. So that is really cool, and it's only on this shoulder. It's not on this shoulder. So fantastic details on this figure, and that's what you expect from this series. This series has been all about excellent detail with articulation and posability and really, really beautifully sculpted toys. So yeah, I'm so happy that we've managed to get one of these, and I'm really happy to be giving one away. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna put her on the motorcycle, because we have to see her on the motorcycle. I mean, that's important. And let's just get her hands right here. Okay, I'm gonna try and do this. Can we do it? Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, I had it and then I lost it. Okay, there we go. And then we get the other hand. You know what? I'm going to leave the other hand free because she's probably going to have to hold a gun. And, you know, it's the motorcycle seems like it's almost too big for her. There we go. We'll get the leg on there, and then while you're looking at one side, I will get the other side. And yeah, look at that. Look at that. And you know, she's gonna point forward. This is the direction I am going. I am driving in this direction now. That's my impression of Baroness. Machiavellic wants to know if it can balance. Let us see if the motorcycle can balance. I'm going to say that it can. Look at that. Yeah, that's no hand support. That is no problem balancing. So again, they've created the tires so that they're flat, so it holds itself up really, really well. And let's go ahead and do this way. Oh, whoops. That's awesome. And I just got, can I say that? Oh yeah. So I just also want to say that I just noticed that we're up to 132 subscribers. Thank you. Literally, thank you, everyone who has subscribed and who has helped the channel grow. This is a toast to all of you. Thank you so much. Seriously, thank you. Also, a toast to everyone for giving me an excuse to drink more. Oh yeah. And so we've got, I'm really curious about the metal snake. So I'm gonna pull out the metal snake. It's important. So we've got the metal snake here. The laser snake. Oh, look at this thing. It's got like gems in its eyes. Oh, the paint on this is actually really cool. That is really, really neat looking. I wonder if I can get it to focus in even. I mean, this is pretty darn close. Let's. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I can get it to focus at that length. That is the laser snake. That is a really neat looking thing. Wow. I don't think that it has any moving parts, but it is really, really cool. Really, really cool. That is beautiful. Okay, so the detail that they didn't put on the bike, they put onto the snake. And I have to say it's a pretty good trade-off because I'll have an easier time painting the bike than I will the snake. So that's pretty awesome. And of course, let's put the snake. The snake has to do this. This has to be done. There we go. Yeah. So, I guess you can't see that because there we go. Look at that. Yeah, it is the Baroness with her laser snake. Yeah. No hand support. That is freaking awesome. It looks like the snake has a bifurcated jaw, and it kind of looks like a predator snake. Yeah, it's a predator snake, and I would totally see Cobra trying to team up with Predator, even though
we can kill it.
That snake does not bleed. I'm just going to point out that snake will not bleed. That snake will make you bleed. But that snake does not bleed. I'm getting uncomfortable with this live stream. Just if I disappear, you guys know, hide. And that's your safety message. If you hear, then that means yes. If you hear that, then hide forever. And now you know. And knowing is half the battle. I know, I'm asking a lot. There we go.
And knowing is half the battle.
So we've got. I want to get one of these little gold guns out, just so you can see the guns. You got to see the guns. So we've got two of these little gold guns, and they are very, very cool. Of course, she can hold them, And I think that's really what the pointing fingers are all about, so that she can actually have her trigger finger on the trigger and be dual-wielding golden guns. That is awesome. And I'm going to set this back in the container because I feel like I'm going to lose it if I don't. So I'm just going to kind of pop that back. Maybe? Maybe? Am I incapable of getting that in there? There, okay. And then we also have these two guns here, which, pop one of these out. So we've got this gun right here. Looks a little bit sci-fi, but also very, very cool. That's some kind of an energy weapon. And then we've also got the Cobra knife. I'm going to leave the knife in there. I know that this is just a loss waiting to happen. So we've got the Cobra knife. I'm sorry that it's upside down, but it is very, very cool. And we've got a helmet, and I'm very curious. Can I put the helmet on her? I assume that I can, but it just seems so... Oh, okay. So what they've done... Well, I'm trying to lose the helmet. So what they've done is it's a second head. So you can take off... Oh, Baroness. Gosh. Okay, well, I'm not going to pull off her head. Is it okay if I don't pull off her head? It's obviously made so that you can pull off the head and replace it with a helmet. And it's a really cool looking helmet, but I'm not going to pull the head off because I feel I'm not comfortable pulling the Baroness's head off. I'm just not comfortable doing it. I maybe will later sometime, but not for my first time in front of everybody because I don't want to break it. So, Machiavelli says...
Boom!
I know, I don't... But it's the truth. I don't want to pull her head off. What can I say? So Machiavellic says the channel seems fun. I'm letting some friends know about it. We just want you guys to keep going. Chris. Oh, okay. Chris says, yep, I've told friends too. Great personality and fun channel. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you. That means so much to me because we're trying to make something fun that you'll enjoy, and if you're not enjoying it, then we shouldn't be doing it. So thank you. A toast to you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. That is good. So I think that it's time to do the drawing. So I need the message board. I put it somewhere. Oh, I have it here. Okay, so are you ready? Oh, okay, you need to get ready? So for those who may not have heard already, I know I've given these instructions before, but I'm just going to make sure that everybody knows. The way this works is I am going to give you a secret word in just a couple of moments here, and then you go ahead and you type the secret word into the chat, and then Monica's going to keep track of everybody who puts the secret word in, and then we are going to pull 3 names. 3 names, and the first name is going to win an unopened G.I.Joe Classified Series Baroness. That's right. That's name number 1. And then name number 2 is going to get G.I.Joe Classified Series Duke, which is a little bit easier to get, but not nearly as hard as the Baroness, but still, it's Duke. It's G.I.Joe Classified Series. It's a really awesome figure. And so, and his gun is pretty awesome, and I mean, look at that. That is great. And no, I'm not going to unbox this on camera because it belongs to one of you at this point. And the third name that we get is going to win Gen 1 Roadblock. We got this just for this live stream, and he's pretty cool. I have seen ones on eBay that have gone for some pretty substantial amounts, and he does have the 50 cal, and he does have his helmet. So that's what we're gonna do, and so we just have the one. Oh, and you just have to enter once, just so that you know. You just have to enter once, and so we're doing it right now. Are you ready? Are you ready? Do I need a drum roll? You probably don't have a drum roll. That's all right. So the secret word is
Cobra with 3 A's. So, if you would like your name in the drawing, minions, all hail Cobra!
So there we go. That is the secret word. Go ahead and enter Cobra with 3 A's into the chat, and then Monica will keep track of your name. You only need to do it once, but this is it. This is the time. It's happening right now. I see lots of Cobras. I see Chris saying Cobra. I see Kyoji saying Cobra. I see P-Dog saying Cobra. Savage Shark, Machiavellic Tie Guy, Alex Hydra, Mazenfur, Chill Azumarol, Mazenfur, Osaka Jack, Savannah N, and Joy Thayer have all put in their entries. I see Michael Spicer. Very good, Michael. So we've got all of you in here. I'm seeing... Oh, I see the fine Rev Cobra. So thank you, Savage Shark. Savage Shark says that was a pretty decent Cobra commander. So I can't do it for too long because I will lose my voice pretty quickly, but
Cobra! Cobra, retreat! Retreat!
So, yes! There you go. That is the secret word, and Monica is tabulating, and then we will reveal the winner in just a... well, we will get the bulbs. She's going to prepare the capsules, and then we're going to stir them up and put them in the machine, and we're going to draw a lucky winner. And so that being the case, we wanted to, while we are figuring out while we are figuring out everybody who is getting entered into the challenge, well, the contest, the giveaway. It's a giveaway. Yeah, that's it. Not really a contest. It's a giveaway. Let's go ahead and do an unboxing of G.I.Joe Classified Series Roadblock. Yes, that's right. We've got Roadblock on the Classified Series. I'm going to move Baroness's box here. I'm going to move that over to here. And she's got her gun right there. And we're going to move... I'm going to just set Baroness aside, because, you know, we may want to look at her a little bit more in just a bit. Okay, so here we go. This is G.I. Joe Classified Series Roadblock, sporting a full beard. I'm going to move the camera or the light just a little bit so that maybe I can get a little bit less glare. There we go. And so that is Roadblock. I love the artwork here. And see, this is where I feel like the artwork on the Baroness packaging was very different in style and tone. Where it looked very anime, this artwork is much more modern comic book. Very, very intense, very well detailed, beautiful colors. I really like this artwork. It's just gorgeous. And his number in the Classified Series is 11. Of course, we've got some more iconography here. We just got a star and some stripes up here. And then if we look at this side, now this definitely looks more anime. That is definitely kind of, that is more Akira level Roadblock. And then we've got this is looking great. I just love this image. I love what they've done with the packaging on these. And once again, we see Special Mission Cobra Island. Wait a minute. Special Mission Cobra Island? That's where I am. I'm on Cobra Island. You didn't tell me this was a war zone. Oh no, there was a snake in my drink. Okay, I'm not doing that right now. So, I know, dumb joke. It's a dumb joke. So, let's go ahead and take a look at Roadblock. This is going to be cool. I'm going to open this up. I got my manly pink scissors. And I'm trying to look for the best place, I guess at the top. We're going to open it from the top. You'd think that I'd never opened one of these before. And so there we go. And then I'm going to open the lid right here. And then we can just slide Roadblock out like this. And I will set this aside. And then we've got Roadblock displayed very, very nicely. Let's go to the other camera. So this is Roadblock in the package, and boy, this gun looks fantastic. Right away, that's what jumps out at me. This gun. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And then you look at Roadblock, and he is a serious badass. I mean, this figure is just 1000% badass. Let's go ahead and pull him out. There we go. And look, there are sunglasses, so we're going to try those out. So we've got some amazing chest articulation here. That's one of the things that I'm noticing right away, that he can do a flying drop kick. And, you know, I've never really seen this kind of emotion before. And it really works well with the paint applications here. Because the random pattern makes the hinge real. It does a good job of disguising it. And obviously it's a camo pattern. And it is camouflaging the abs. There, it is camouflaging his abs, which, by the way, if you can't tell from the camera, he has a perfect six-pack, as you would expect from Roadblock. He's got his cool-ass digital earpiece, and he's sporting a full beard, and that's something new. I don't remember us ever seeing a Roadblock with a full beard before, but it fits him. It suits him well. He's got a tat on the side here, a lion. Looks great. Looks awesome. Maybe I can... Let me see if I can get the camera to show it just a little bit better. So... yeah. So that is his tattoo. Pretty cool. The elbows have two joints built into them, which gives him great articulation. He's got waist articulation, fantastic leg movement, beautiful detail on the boots, and even the bottoms of the boots. Now you see how they've got tread molded in here, and then of course he's got the holes in the heels so that he can stand on stuff. He's got grenades on his leg pouch here. The detail on the pouch itself is fantastic. The wrinkles in the fabric and the texture of the fabric. You know, look at that. You can see the weave of the fabric, and it's really, really impressive because that's done in addition to all of this wrinkling effect. You know, it's one thing where you see a character like the Baroness that has essentially skin-tight clothing, and then they put these intricate patterns in. But you're seeing that kind of work done on shapes like this, And it seems like the detail should be lost, but it's not. And then you see how they've got these pouches molded in with seeming undercuts in the molds, and it's just impressive. It's a testament to some excellent manufacturing capabilities that Hasbro's doing on these toys, and the fact that they are really devoted to delivering some high quality toys to collectors like us. That is fantastic. Let's go ahead and get his 50 cal, because Roadblock without his 50 cal is, well, he's just in the weeds. You see what I did there? I said he was in the weeds because in the other one he's tangled up in vines, and you know, it's because he didn't have the 50 cal, so he was tangled up in vine. I'm sorry. I feel bad. I apologize. Anyway, so we've got Roadblock with his 50 cal, and wait a minute here. Okay, so he holds it. Wait a minute. This is how it works. So you put it in the hand like one of these. Okay, one of these. No. Okay, it goes in this hand. We're going to get it in there. I know, phrasing. Boom. There we go. And now he's going to hold the other end with this hand. Oh, come on. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, yeah, we almost got... There we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is badass. That is completely badass. He looks so good. He looks great. That is such a cool looking gun, and he looks so cool holding it. So, Machiavellic says, is it just me, or does he have more badonkadonk than the Baroness? He sure does. Look at that. Look at that butt sculpt. Yeah, those cheeks are tight. That is okay. Now, I'm not gay, but I have to say, Roadblock has a nice ass. As man asses go, not that I'm that great of a judge, but I'm just gonna say, Roadblock, he's got some seriously nice man ass.
Ice Bear's tired of staring at this guy's butt.
No, you're not, Ice Bear. You like this guy's butt because it's great. So, yes, that is some serious... You are very, very correct, Machiavellic. Did I say that right? Machiavellic. And he does have some really nice badonkadonk there. And, hey, I am perfectly okay with a character like Roadblock getting a little bit of fan service treatment. So, yeah. Looks awesome. Now, of course, we have to try this. We have to see if we can get these shades on here. So they're held in with a little piece of tape. And come on, you know you want to. You know you want to wear the glasses. Oh, look at that. Now see, that's how you do glasses. Look at that. Yeah. And let me focus in on that. That is cool. He looks cool. Oh my gosh, he looks cool. Yeah. So there we go. This is, let me straighten him just a little bit. That is impressive as hell. Really, really nicely done. Just beautifully nicely done. Let me go ahead and stand him up. Can I get him to stand while he's holding his... Oh, wait. Yeah, and the ammo cartridge comes out. That's awesome. So, yeah, we got that. And then we've got the Baroness right here. And then let me just go ahead and focus in on them right there like that. Yeah, looking really, really nice. Just Yeah. So that is G.I. Joe Classified Series Roadblock and Baroness. And at this point, I think that we have... I kind of wish it said Mars on it. Okay, we have the names. Wait. Okay. Thank you. So we now have... we have all of the names in here. And let's go ahead and open the machine. There we go. And we'll take the... So, these are all of your names. Here we go. Kind of a double blind here, since I actually don't know which names are which in here. And we'll set this right here and shake the machine to make sure that all the names get into the little holes. All right, so good luck, everyone. This one is for the Baroness. So, I know, usually you start with the lowest price. We're starting with the one that you care about most. So, we're starting with the Baroness. Putting in our 50 cents. All right, we have a name. And the winner is, you know, this reminds me of a story from way back when I was a kid. All right. The winner of the, wait, where is the package? Where is the Baroness? Retrobot, oh, there she is. Okay, so the winner of the Baroness, G.I. Joe Classified Series Baroness is Chill Azumaro! Look at that! Chill, we are sending you this! And we're gonna get addresses somehow. You can give me instructions on how that's gonna work. So, Chill, congratulations! This is you, buddy. This is you. Congratulations. So, let me just set this, I'm going to set this over on the table here. There we go. And so, for our second prize, which is G.I. Joe Classified Series Duke. Pretty much the quintessential, boy, I've had a lot to drink. Quintessential G.I. Joe guy, Duke. We've got 50 cents here. We're gonna put them in the thing. Oh yeah. And here we go. The Machiavellic, you're getting Duke! Congratulations, Machiavellic! Yeah! That is awesome. Machiavellic is getting Duke. Yeah! Alright, so, last but not least, Gen 1 Roadblock. The OG Roadblock. Here we go. Here we go. Savannah N! Savannah N! You get Gen 1 Roadblock. There you go, Savannah N. All right, here I'm gonna stick the sticky note to Savannah N's. And Brickwood is just commenting that there is a coin shortage and that cash should be a prize too. We will be sending these to the federal government. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're just keeping the money. So there we go. We have our 3 winners, and if you want to do we want to give them instructions on how to contact us with mailing addresses and stuff like that? Because obviously we don't want you to put your home addresses into a live chat. That seems like a bad idea. Just send. Okay, so are all of you able to send to retrobotyoutube@aol.com? So that is the email address. Let's go ahead and put that in the chat. So Monica has already put it into the chat. retrobotyoutube@aol.com. It looks like you put a space between Retrobot and YouTube. When you said, hey guys, if you could send Clay an email at retrobotyoutube@aol.com, it looks like there is a space at Retrobot, and I'm not sure that on here you don't have a space. There's no space. Well, maybe it's doing that automatically because it's highlighting it's highlighting it in orange. I got it. So Retrobot YouTube at AOL.com. Yeah, it does the same thing for me. So it's just, okay, that's not a space. So just so you guys know, that's not a space. That's just YouTube's chat being creative. Thank you, YouTube, for making it hard to read. So anyway, so that is it. We have 3 winners, and we have the Machiavellic getting Duke. We've got Chill Amezerol Azumaril. I have had a lot to drink. Azumaril. And Savannah N getting prizes. And I think that's everything. Is there anything else that I need to hit? Just thanking everybody, and so thank you everyone for joining me tonight. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being part of the live stream. Thank you so much for joining the chat and interacting with us, because it makes so much of a difference. We really, really appreciate it. I know I've said it before, but we're just starting out on this whole thing, and every one of you counts. And your support counts, and you guys having fun is important to us. We like doing this stuff, but it doesn't mean much if you don't like watching it and having fun with us and joining us on these things. So thank you to those of you who have spread the word about the channel to other people. Thank you for doing so, and you know what, I'm not above saying you can continue. I'm perfectly okay with that. Thank you to all of the people that have been showing up for so long. We love you all. A toast to all of you. And just so that you know, we've got lots of cool stuff coming up. Next week, we are going to talk about Voltron. And that was all because of, help me out here. Coaster Brony So, because Coaster Brony was able to send us an extra Voltron he had that actually has all the heads of the lions, which is a step up from the one that we had. And so we're going to be talking about Voltron next week. We are also going to be talking about Dinobots Part 2. That's coming up. And we also have Darkwing and Dreadwind coming up. So there's lots of stuff. And we've actually got a whole board of stuff that we've got planned out. But Voltron, Dinobots, Darkwing, and Dreadwind, Decepticon Power Masters. We're going to have a lot of fun coming up. So please keep coming back and keep watching the videos. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Please feel free to tell your friends about the live stream. See if you can get them to come along. Give the videos a thumbs up if you're happy with the videos. We appreciate it. Click the notification bell so that you know when we're doing stuff. Next week we will be back to showing up on Friday. And then we will probably be posting at least one, if not two videos in between then, and those aren't our live streams, so, you know, they can be just about anything. Just about anything. Vectrex stuff or toy stuff. You know, we've got so much stuff that we've got a lot of toys. You know, this is not a virtual background. This is a real background because we've got too much stuff and we have to show it online. So yeah, that's what we do. And so yes, that's what you have to look forward to. And please, if there are certain nostalgic things that you'd like to talk about. Obviously, we have heard from plenty of people, like Nathan Fillion. You probably still aren't on right now, but in case you are, I know that you want to see some 8-bit Nintendo stuff and maybe some Super Nintendo stuff, maybe some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It is all on the board. We are working towards it, and so if there's other stuff that you would love to hear about and love for us to dig into and talk about and show on camera, then we would love to do it for you. So please feel free to put that kind of stuff into the comments or reach out in our Twitter and our Facebook stuff. And the good thing is that Monica understands how that stuff works better than I do. I'm not very good at it. I don't understand social networking. I don't. So, let's see. Is there anything else that... Let's see. Chill. Okay, Chill got... Monica got your email, or got your mail. Your regular mail. Email? Yeah. Okay, you got... Okay, Chill, Monica got your email, so that's good. That's good. Do we still need Machiavellic? Okay, we still need Machiavellic, and we still need Savannah N. So please, yeah, if you guys send your email, then we can go back and forth, and we can get mailing addresses and get this cool stuff sent to you guys because you all earned it. And so, Mason first says Star Wars. Very good. Yeah. I'd like to do some Star Wars. Oh boy, that's a whole... There's so much content there that we could do. So, yes, Star Wars, that's a good one. And Joy says that she wants a pony episode. We can do a pony episode. We absolutely can do a pony episode. We could do a whole series on... We could do a never-ending series on ponies. So, Osaka Jack says... Battle Beast. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Very good, Osaka Jack. Yes, we can do Battle Beasts. Okay, so let's keep track of all of these, because that... Yes. The answer is yes. We'll do it. Bam! And Savage Shark says Visionaries. Ooh, I would love to do Visionaries. We need to get some Visionaries. We've got some We got some Supernaturals. We need to get some Visionaries. Because Visionaries was the Hasbro answer to the Supernaturals. Or was Supernaturals the answer to Visionaries? Find out when we finally do a live stream about it. So, that's it. Thank Gargoyles, Terminator. This is great. This is great. I'm gonna sign off real soon here. But the comments will still be open, so keep putting stuff in, and I promise we will track all of them. So, that being said, thank you everyone, RoboCop. Thank you everyone. You guys have made this such a fun night and such a good event. Everyone, I hope that you're all off tomorrow morning for Labor Day, and if not, I hope that you can nap in a place and time where your boss won't catch you, and where it won't put fellow employees in danger. So, thank you everyone. We couldn't do it without you, and I'm gonna sign off. Have a wonderful Labor Day. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Have a good night.